So, Carl at CWD, we're just here at the Swinton Pond. Dan's with me, he's lifted most of the sleepers himself. That's what he's good for. So we've just got to the stage now where we need to mark out this area because it's going to go on this little concrete pad that the decking's built on top of. So we've just measured and it's 2 meters and 3 centimeters that way and that way, and then it's going to be 1.65 this way. It's going to have a window on that side, a window on that side, like only a metre one either side, and then it's going to have a 1500 1600 window on this side, so most of this side is going to be taken up with a window. So what we need to do is we can either make the first level easy for ourselves by just doing 2 lengths, so one 2.03 and one 2.03, or we can, and then we just stagger the whole thing as we go up, or we stick a sleeper here and then we measure what the total length would be to be 2.03 and then cut the next sleeper. So Dan, if you can bring a sleeper over here, just lie it down here. So move that one that way a bit. Yeah, so put this one here, because on every length, if we stagger in each corner, whoa, watch your fingers, you. So we want that to be square. So the 2 different ways to start is you can either measure from here and then get to 2.03 and then mark it here, or you can just use a full piece at 2.03 and then you've got to fill the gaps in the middle. So if you do that, you do have to cut a little bit more, but with 2 windows being either side, it'll look nice and uniform, so you'll have 2 grain ends, 2 straight, 2 grain ends, 2 straight. So it might not make full sense what I mean at the moment, but as we get to building it, I'll be able to show you. So on this one, it's going to have a retro gravity easy pod sort of fit with 3-inch pipe. So I've just measured the 3-inch pipe, which is just under 10 centimeters. So there's a 10 centimeter hole in this, and the next level is going to have a 10 centimeter hole in that. So this is going to be cut out, this section here, and then a pipe is going to run from round about, we're going to work out where the center is, and then it's going to 45 in and go through there. I might have a word with the customer and see if we can just go straight in through the centre. Then his easy pod, if we can make it, you can kind of see where the pond is there. If we can have a word with him and see if we can clear some of this stuff out, then his easy pod can go here, and then it'll be better. Otherwise it'd have it just had a 45, so it won't be the end of the world. But you will be able to see this in the pond. So this is a completely new type of thing that we've thought up. We have seen them online, but only like in America. So yeah, it's going to be retro gravity fed. It's going to actually go through the side of the wall. That means we don't have to concrete up to the flange. You still get the benefits of a bottom drain, except there's a pipe in the pond. That's the only difference. But then, you don't lose like this much of your pond at the bottom. With it being a fairly small pond, he wants to have as much of the gallonage as he can. So yeah, I'm going to have a word with him, and we'll either do it there with a 45 on it, or we'll do it right down the centre. Hello again. So we have done the first level of this little pond in Manchester. This is where the bottom drain pipe's going to go out, or retro bottom drain. It's going to be a gravity fed 3-inch pipe. It's basically going to look like an upside down bottom drain, and then it's going to have little steps. So you've got 10mm gap all the way around. I'll be able to show you once it's made. And then it's just going to go straight through there. We're going to drill through the side of the shed, and then the easy pod's going to sit probably about here, 'cause it's 4 foot deep, and then it'll be gravity feeding. Right, so this and the next step are going to have, it's quite easy to measure actually, it's the exact width from a boot. The next level will have to have that gap as well for the 3-inch, because quite a lot of time you'll account for the 3-inch pipe, but then the flange connector needs to go in, so the female part needs to go inside here as well as the pipe. So you just need to make sure that you measure using a flange connector. So yeah, we've done that. We've got a big enough gap, so the next step we'll do the same thing, and then the third step is where everything ties together. So we're going to get to the third step today and see what the weather's saying. What I was going on about before, as you can see, that this timber here goes all the way to the end on both ends, rather than this starting here and going all the way, and that starting there and ending there, like we do on most of the other ponds. But with this having two windows, one here, and a big one here, we thought it'd look nicer when they sat over there where Dan is now chilling out, if it was alternating and it was mirror image left and right, instead of stagger that side, then that side, then that side. So yeah, it'll make more sense if it doesn't at the moment. Probably a bad explanation once we've got a few more courses, but you can see that end grain there, that end grain there, and then on the next one you're just going to see a whole piece of timber all the way across, so you won't see any end grain. Get a bit closer so you can see. Okay, so now you can see we've got two levels. We just need to fill this gap to finish the second level, and something miraculous happened. These two are offcuts from these pieces, and they fit there absolutely perfectly. So buzzing with that, no wastage whatsoever on this bund. So yeah, so this is where the bottom drain pipe is going to come in, and then what we're going to do is, once the pipe is installed, we're going to backfill concrete from the outside. Okay, so we're finished for the day now, on the first day on the little Manchester pond. It's going to be 4 foot deep. Doesn't really look like much at the moment, but it's going to be this times 4. There's going to be 12 layers, and the pond the fish are in at the moment probably smaller than this at this level, so it's going to be absolutely massive for them. Pretty big upgrade compared to what they are in. They've only got a couple of koi and mostly goldfish, shabunkinsy type things. So we've got this gap here, so next time we come we'll cut the hole through the wall. Hopefully the weather is a bit nicer to us and doesn't cut us halfway through the day. But yeah, been here for, got here at 11, half 11, it's half 1, so it took us a couple of hours to shift all the sleepers in and get to this level. But yeah, it's going to look mint. It's going to have a metre pond in that, metre window even in that side, metre window here, and a 5 foot window here, 5 foot by 2 foot. As you can see, we've made it just fit pretty much exactly in the gap that we've been given. A nice even gap all the way through, so at least when the decking was done, it was done pretty much square. I think they're just going to put one more piece of decking up just so it butts right up to it and finishes it off nicely. So yeah, so it's going to come 3 foot, another 3 foot higher, so it's going to be about this high, so fair size. But yeah, so hopefully next week we'll have the structure side finished. It's going to have a box welded liner. The drain's being made as we speak. I've just spoken to Chase at JBR before, and he's going to have that ready for me in a couple of days, along with a few skimmers that I've ordered. And then the easy pod, that's already there, so we'll get that in the shed, get that plumbed in, Gonna have a swept 3-inch going up with a 3-inch ball valve, and it's gonna go straight into the easy pod. So the easy pod's gonna be sat 2 foot off the floor in there. We're gonna stack that on sleepers, but we're gonna screw the sleepers together because we don't want to just stack them loosely because things move. So yeah, I'll check back in when we come back.